Your funnel is costing you sales. I'm Scott Moran, the co-founder here at SamCart, and welcome back to this week's edition of One Page Wednesday, the weekly training where we break down real sales pages from actual SamCart customers. SamCart is built to create beautiful sales pages that serve as the cornerstone for your online business. One simple page built with one simple tool that can convert visitors into paying customers and double or triple the value of every new order that you get. Now, let me ask you a question. How many times have you gotten bogged down creating page after page after page just trying to get something launched? How many great ideas have you wasted because of half-finished funnels? Well, today our CEO Brian is going to break down why big, complex marketing funnels are actually hurting your sales and show you the simple approach embraced by SamCart sellers that is going to get you selling in no time. Today, Brian will introduce you to what some of our customers call the SamCart way, and it will give you a brand new path forward to bringing your big idea to life. So grab a notepad and let's dive in to the last strategy you'll ever need for selling online.
Okay, so one of the things I want to talk about, the question we get all the time, especially since we teach this process of, we call it the one-page funnel, where if you have a product, let's say you're trying to sell an ebook over here on the right-hand side. So you have this ebook over here, and let's say it's $27. The question becomes, what is the best way to get your customer over here to that ebook so that they actually buy it? And you have the process that everyone gets taught over the years to put an ad in front of them over here. That ad goes to some sort of squeeze page where they give their name and email. Then they come down here and they get a series of follow-up emails. These little icons are supposed to be emails, so bear with me. So you get this one on day 1, then day 2, then day 3, day 4. And all of these send to probably the same, whether it's a long-form sales letter or a video sales letter up at the top with a buy button. So some pages can just look like this up at the top, up here. Some pages can look like this, where you have the whole page all the way down, and maybe you have some sales copy, maybe you have a picture, maybe you have some bullet points, and then you have a buy button down at the bottom, and then that goes to, the buy button goes to a checkout page. So you have checkout right here, and you got some text up at the top, name, email, telephone, credit card, buy button. And then they finally get the actual book. And so here's the process here, the reason why people create these funnels, and a lot of them can have multiple steps even in between all of these. You might have step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. You might have 30 different emails that all go back to it and just kind of pound people until they buy. These emails can go up to 30 days. These autoresponder campaigns that go from one product to the next, it can get super complex. And the reason people do it is because this page right here can build up your leads list. So everyone that opts in goes over to your Aweber, MailChimp, ConvertKit, whatever, and you have your leads list. And over time, this leads list, maybe you get 10,000 people over time, and you can continue to email that leads list back to either the same product or maybe to other products that you have. Maybe you end up creating a video course that's $100. Maybe you end up having an even bigger course that is $1,000. And you can keep emailing this list back to these other products. So this list here becomes a big asset. That's kind of the whole point of these multi-step marketing funnels. And look, let me say right up front, that is an asset. This leads list right here, this is an asset. I'm not going to say it's not, but what most people don't realize is your bigger asset are all the people that go through and actually end up buying. They get put, this checkout page right here, or wherever you're collecting an order, when someone fills out that form, they get put onto a list just like your customers do. and let me make this a little bit better for you guys. They get put on your customer list. So if you have 10,000 people over here and you create a funnel like this at a $27 product, my guess is of all the leads that opt in on this stage right here, everyone that opts in, you will probably over time, you'll probably get a couple percentage of them to go from this stage straight to this stage and buy right away on day one. And then these emails that keep sending people back, those will probably get twice as many people, or you'll probably double the amount of customers you have. So over time, my guess is if you get, let's take a hypothetical scenario. Let's say you get 1,000 people to opt into your list at a $27 price point. You will probably convert, let's just say, let's say 10%, just to make it easy. So you get 1,000 leads, and you get 100 people down here to buy that product because of this funnel. So you end up with 100 people on your customer list and 100 people on your leads list. Sounds pretty good, right? And then you have all the other 9,900 people to continue to market to other things. That's great, and that's good. And you have a leads list as an asset. Your customer list is actually your bigger asset down here, but you created all this extra work. So here is the other scenario. The other scenario, and actually I'll just go ahead and let me copy this whole thing. Duplicate, I'll bring this down here. So you have your funnel down here. Here's what we teach. We teach, especially when you're first getting started, get rid of this leads list, get rid of all these emails. Take a second to erase all of this. Get rid of all of this other stuff, and then these two pages, the checkout page and the sales page, combine them into one simple page. So now you go from what we had before, your ad over here, you put an ad right in front of these people. Let's say it's like a video ad on Facebook. This ad takes you right to one single page that has, you might have a video at the top if you want to do a video sales letter. You might just have some text, some pictures. You might have some bullet points. You might kind of sum up the offer. And then you have the checkout form right down at the bottom down here. So you have one stop for people to make, one page, which makes these people over here, your potential customers, very happy because they go, oh, they see the ad, they click it, and they go right to one page where they can decide if they want to buy down there. So they will be happy. And this page, once they buy, they get put, number one, they're given your actual ebook. So they buy your ebook right away, and they're also added to your customer list. And what we see is whatever your conversion rate is in this first flow, where someone clicks on an ad, goes to opt-in, sees the pitch, goes to checkout. Let's say your opt-in rate down here, that was, let me make this a little bit bigger and do red. In a funnel down here, you basically have two places where you convert. You convert people in this initial day one flow, because this is all they see in day one. And down here, this is what they see in day 1, 2, 3, all the way to day 30. So usually you'll convert, in this scenario, you'll convert 5%. If you're converting 10% down here, like we have 1,000 leads, those 1,000 leads turn into 100. If that's the case and you're converting 10% overall of your leads into customers, that means you're probably converting 5% of them up front, and then you're converting another 5% of them because of this follow-up campaign. 5 plus 5 equals your 10 down here. Hopefully you guys are following along. What we see time and time again is if you take this whole flow down here and make this simple switch to up here, that you will take this initial 5%, and you will increase it by 25 to 50%. So what that means, you take that 5, and now up here, this page here will convert at around 7%. 7% of everyone who hits that page. And so start to do the math. Down here, we were doing all of this math, converting 10% of your total leads. That's just people who click the ad here, go to this page, and actually opt in. It's the 1,000 people that opt in. Up here, you're potentially converting more people and these are the people that actually click on the ad. So down here, if you're converting 1,000 leads, let's say this squeeze page right here is converting at 20%. 20% of the people who click on this ad right here. So 1,000 is 20% of 5,000. So 5,000 people clicked on this ad, 1,000 people opt in, and overall 100 people are buying. Up here, you can convert up to 7%. And honestly, even if your conversion stays the same, let's say it stays at 5%. We'll just do that we'll paint the bleakest picture here. If you have 5% conversion on 5,000 people that click on this ad, the same number of people that click down here, we're just going to bring this number up and assume it's the same scenario. What's 5% of 5,000? Well, 10% is 500, half of that is 250. So you potentially go from 100 people on your customer list to 250 people on your customer list right here. This is the power of using one page. You're hypothetically actually going to make more money by simplifying your funnel. And so what everyone's going to say is, well, okay, Brian, I get that, but you have 250 customers down here, but you don't have this leads list. What about this leads list right here? That's going to be worth money to me over the next couple weeks, days, months. It's going to be worth money to you for a while. And yes, that's true, but you got to remember your leads list is the least valuable group of people. Your customer list, if you have a group of leads and you have a group of customers, what most people don't realize, this group down here is minimum worth 10 times the amount that these leads are here. 10 times. So if you have 100 customers in this group, you need 1,000 leads to make up for that 100 customers. In this customer list, you can monetize this list over time just like you can this list over time. So if you had to make me pick between 100 customers or 1,000 leads, I'll take 100 customers every single day of the week. And that's what we like about this one-page approach is you're getting the people that you want. You're getting buyers down here, buyers on your leads list. You're building up a massive list of people that have bought from you in the past. And what that means is it becomes incredibly easy to take this customer list and later on sell them your $100 course or your $1,000 mega course or your service or whatever it is you want to sell in the future. And to be honest, even if in the end the math made it so that both of these are basically the same, or there was a little bit of extra value down here in the main, like the multi-step funnel approach, I would still recommend this simplified approach for beginners. Why? Number one, because it's way easier. Way easier. This is going to take you 10 days max to set up. This down here is going to take you 100 days. Why? I know there's software that makes a lot of the stuff easy, but you got all of these different things you have to figure out. You have to figure out how to write an ad, how to write an opt-in page, how to sync it up to your email and write autoresponders, how to manage this leads list and broadcast to them over time, how to create this other step or this sales page, link it up with this checkout page, deliver your product. Like there's a lot of extra pieces that you have to figure out, where up here, all you got to do is set up an ad and set up a single page. And that's why this page, our one-page masterclass, we follow or we teach the process called the one-page blueprint. So our one-page blueprint, that is what we teach to create this page. It follows 7 steps. You got 7 steps that if you follow, and those are all taught in our course, if you follow them, this page will convert. You will get your 5 to 10% conversion on this page, and you'll have an incredibly easy business to run. The other big reason why we teach it, not only it's easy, it converts, it actually works, and your customers will be happy. Your customers do not want to go through this crazy freaking process. They don't want to get 30 different emails just to buy your product. That's not how people buy anymore. It's not what people want anymore. It's not what you want when it comes to actually running your business. This is not the mess that they want. I mean, they don't want to go through all this. They want to see an ad over on Instagram. They want to get intrigued by your product and go to a one-stop shop where they can see the product, see who it's helped, see why they want it, see what it's going to deliver for them, and boom, place an order right there at the bottom of the page and get access to the product, boom, instantaneously. So that is why. Are there times where you will see us use a more complicated marketing process? Yes. Number one, I've been doing this for 10 years, so it's easy. I can do most of this stuff in a few hours because I know it like the back of my hand. We will use 90-minute webinars or 30-minute webinars from time to time, and our ad will go there and then to a one-page. We will use a multi-step kind of pre-launch process at times to build more hype. But when you see us roll out a new product, a new offer, or when we're coaching a beginner, we don't teach them that advanced stuff because all that does is make your job harder. It increases the time that it's going to take you to start making sales. I don't want you spending 100 days. I want you spending 10 days to making your first sale. And most people do it way shorter than that. You could do this in a day if you go through the program and study how to create this page. The only thing, the hardest part that's going to take you the longest of these days, or the most of that time, is learning this process. And that's why we break it down in the one-page masterclass. It's 7 simple steps. We got templates in there. You swipe copy. You honestly don't even need the course. You can just go find any one of our products and study how we sell them, how we create this page. This page is the moneymaker. If this page is written well and is written convincingly and follows most of these 7 steps right here, it will convert. You will turn cold visitors that come right from an ad, they will hit this page and they will buy, and you will collect money for your product. And you will be doing the biggest job that you have, which is building your customer list right here. This is the future of your business. This is where most of the money is going to be made. You will make 10 times more from this audience than you will ever dream of making from your leads list. Especially today. People today, they don't check their email. You don't have their attention. We see open rates when we hit these lists, we see open rates between 5 and 10%. I know there are people that get a lot higher, but when you start getting more and more of these leads here, fewer and fewer of them open your email. You know what happens when you email a list of people who have bought from you in the past? These open rates are 25 to 50%. They're huge. So you're getting more attention, you're getting more sales, more clicks from your customer base that are already worth more by default because they bought from you in the past than you'll ever imagine getting from your leads list. So in our world, you know what our leads list is when we're using this one-page approach? Let me clean this up a little bit for you here. This is the other big aha. I want you to take this away. This is a big point I'm about to make. So let me move this down. Actually, no, I'll leave right there. Okay, so here's the one thing people miss. When you're running these ads, where are these ads usually running? Or where are you getting your traffic, your people to this page? You're usually getting them from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Google, wherever else. But these 3 are some of the best platforms to run ads on today. And when you're running these ads and they have the little like button or the little subscribe button down here, your social media channels are going to explode in size. You're going to be paying to build those audiences. So you run enough of these ads and you keep running them, and these just get more views, more likes, subscribers, followers. All of a sudden you turn around and you got 10,000 people on Facebook, you got 5,000 people on Instagram, you got 4,000 people on, or 5,000 people on YouTube, 4,000 people on Instagram. This, ladies and gentlemen, is your leads list. Your leads list is now your social following. That is how you easily replace this leads list, where you don't have to write all these follow-up campaigns, these autoresponders. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You're gonna, by default, build a leads list of thousands of people that now all you gotta do is to go back and monetize them. You just start posting more. And all of a sudden, boom, you're getting organic traffic back to this page time and time again, and no one can take that from you. This is the side benefit that most people don't even realize is there when they say, oh, I don't want to ditch, my opt-in page. I need to build a leads list. Why? I don't build a list in this process. Well, two things. Yes, you do. You build the most valuable list you have. This customer list right here is the most valuable thing that you have in your business. This is what's going to be making you money 5-10 years from now, not your leads list. And you're going to be building this massive social media following over here. So that is why we preach the one page. And it's why we don't always use it. Because number one, we're more advanced. I've been doing this for over 10 years. And there are certain times later on in your business, not when you're getting started, there are times later on in your business where doing something more complex can work and can be more beneficial. Sometimes you want to build up a ton of hype before you send people to your one page. Before you send people here, sometimes you want to create a sequence of events leading up to this page that builds up a ton of hype. And that might be, a pre-launch video or a series of social posts or a series of emails or a series of pages or something that leads up to getting a bunch of people here amped up and ready to go. And you'll see us do that during launches. But the core is still there. The core is one page that generates a ton of sales, that generates a ton of revenue. So that is why we teach that process. So hopefully that makes sense. If you guys have any questions, just let us know. But again, we get this question nonstop of what's the difference between the two? Why should I not do this? Why should I do this simplified approach instead? And here's the big takeaways. It's easier. You need to get to your first sale as fast as possible. I remember when I first got started, the darkest time, the most frustrating time in your business career is before you make your first sale. You think you're failing, you think no one wants your product, you have all these doubts in your head, and those doubts are lies. The only thing that's keeping you there is you're trying to do too much. You think you need all of these different steps in here. You think you need a great ad and a great squeeze page and all these follow-ups and build a leads list and build a sales page and maybe some interstitial pages in between, then a checkout page and all this other stuff. And all that's doing is keeping you from getting to the end goal, which is actually making your first sale. All you need to do to make your first sale is right here. One page, one little simple ad or one simple post on social media, and one page that follows 7 steps. And that's it. It doesn't matter what you're selling. I don't care if you're selling a $1,000 service or a $5 t-shirt or a $50 course. This page will work. It all is just about the language that you use on this page. Are you using the right words down here, the right words here, the right words here, the right words here? Do you have the right headline up here that gets the attention of somebody? Do you have the right social proof that shows your product has worked? There's those 7 steps that we teach in the masterclass and that you can see us using on any of our sales material that will make it convert. So that's it, guys. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Thanks for watching this episode of One Page Wednesday. If you would like to simplify how you sell online and join the 10,000 plus businesses that have used SamCart to sell more than $1 billion of their own products, goods, and services online, then head over to SamCart.com and get your live demo today. You can talk with a real member of our team and get answers about how SamCart can help you. Or if you're not much of a people person, don't worry, there's a recorded version for you as well. But head over to SamCart.com and grab a live demo of SamCart today to get started.